Right. Okay. Thank you very much. Hope you can hear me. So today we'll be talking about the backup and restore on Mikrotik. So this topic I think is quite light, not so heavy. So I think we can. Uh, this one even though this topic is very light, but not so many network administrator can do that. Yeah. Backup and restore. Yeah, sometimes they forgot how many options you can do on backup and restore. So first we'll be talking about introduction, and then the concept of backup and restore, and then some options of doing backup and restore on Mikrotik. And then yeah, if you have a question, and then there'll be QA. Okay, about the GLC itself, we are Indonesian company. GLC stands for Gardalitas Cakrawala. We are a certified partner for Mikrotik, Ubiquiti, and Linux Foundation. We are based in Bandung, in West Java. About the GLC webinar itself, our first webinar started from January 1st, 2010. At the time, we were talking about the Solaris operating system, and we also do a webinar every 2 weeks. Irregular schedule is as needed. Check out on schedule on our website, and if you want to be a presenter, feel free to do so. About myself, my name is Achmad Mardiansyah, based in Bandung, a Linux user since 1999, Mikrotik user since 2007, Ubiquiti user since 2011, certified trainer for Mikrotik, Ubiquiti, and Linux, certified consultant as well, contributor in some of the website here, previously working as engineer, sysadmin, some of them, some of um, sites. A programmer, yes, programmer of some of the internal applications. For more info, I'm also teaching in university, and for more info, you can go to my LinkedIn. About yourself, I think. Thank you very much for introduce yourself here. We can skip it. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about backup and restore. Uh, so what is backup? Backup is yeah. Where are the other tags here? So backup is a feature to save router configuration, right? So that's the main purpose for backup. And restore is when you save when you do backup. So you're saving your router configuration, and then you save it in a form of a file. Okay, so you have a file. So after you do backup, there is a file, and then based on these files, you can put on router or on the other place. So it is recommended if you do a backup in to other places. Yeah. Yeah, just in case, for example, if the computer is broken and the backup is there, and then you cannot restore it anymore. Yeah, so it's not good. So and then the opposite uh, activity of backup is the restore. So you have a router, and then this router needs to be configured, and then all configuration will be taken from the backup file. Okay, so backup must be done first, and then restore. Okay, well, this technique is also useful sometimes, yeah, when you do provisioning. Yeah, so for example, you want to provision many routers. Okay, so for example, you have 50 routers, and then you want to configure all of them with a configuration. So better if you take it from the restore. So instead of doing one by one, okay, you set up a DHCP on Ethernet 1, and then set up the router name, and then blah blah blah, and then blah blah blah. So better if you do it from restore from backup files using restore. Okay. So that was the backup and restore, yeah, propose. Okay, about the type on Mikrotik, we have two types. First is full backup and then partial backup. So full backup is binary format, extension is .backup, and you can put, I think it's more secure because you can put password and that can be encrypted, okay, so that when you do backup you cannot just restore to any other router, okay, without putting any password, and then you are the one who knows the password, okay. So because it is binary format, you cannot edit it with the text editor, for example, Notepad, Genie, Vim, or any other text editor. Okay, so I think this is the most secure backup. Okay. Um, Next type backup, I think we can say, okay, in one side you can say backup, other maybe you can say partial backup, partial backup or dump configuration. So that one is called partial backup or dump configuration. So in this term I call it partial backup because it's not doing the whole things. Okay. Oh, I forgot here full backup. Full backup includes credentials. Yeah. So username and password will be saved there. Okay, while partial backup you cannot do it, yeah, because it's not secure, yeah. Partial backup is text format, plain text, extension is .rsc, yeah. So because it's text format, you can edit it with the text editor, okay. And then because it's partial backup and then it's using plain text, yeah, so the primary reason because of they are using it is using plain text, yeah. So we cannot dump the username and password to the partial backup here, okay. So yeah, so that's the drawback. Okay, I need to edit it the slide here. Okay, yeah, that's partial backup. So partial backup is because it's partial, so it doesn't have to dump the whole configuration, but you can pick which menu suitable for you. Okay, so for example, you want to do partial backup of IP configuration, that's fine, you can do that. You can do partial backup for routing configuration, that's fine, yeah. And then you can do copy and paste, yeah, as simple as that. So on Mikrotik, okay, for doing full backup and restore is very easy. Okay, you go to file menu here, okay, and then click backup, and then there will be a dialog button, dialog windows appear, and then you can type name. If you want, you can put the password, okay, and it is automatically encrypted, okay, automatically encrypted. And only this router can restore the backup, okay. Other options is you can put password and don't encrypt, okay, so that you can apply it on other router. Okay, for restore it is easy, okay, so you just click restore here, okay, and then click the click the file first, okay, which backup if you want to restore. For example, you want to click this Mars backup and then click restore, okay, and then fine, okay, the router will reboot and then just fine. Yeah, as simple as that for full backup. For partial backup, there is no menu for that. So you need to use CLI, okay. This is one example of when you do backup all config, so you put slash space and then export. Export is the command, and then define the file. File, for example, file name is full minus config. Okay, so there will be a file name full dash config dot rsc. So the router will add the extension automatically .rsc. Okay, so next example here is you want to backup the IP only. So as you know, in Mikrotik we have menu. Okay, so IP menu, interface menu, bridge menu, wireless menu, lots of them. Okay, so you can because it's partial, you can just take a backup for one menu or one menu plus sub menu only. Okay, so for example, if you want to use IP and then IP hotspot, okay, so slash IP space hotspot, then export the configuration for IP hotspot. Yeah, so for the whole IP you can just type like this, slash IP space export space file equals to IP config blah blah blah. So the file name here is up to you, but I recommend to use the name that reflects the menu name. Okay, for restore it's also easy. So make sure you have the configuration files there, and then you just type import and then specify the files, and then don't forget to add the extension here .rsc. Okay, restore IP config for example for IP only, just like this. Okay, and then that's it. Yeah, so it should be very easy. Yeah, so for those who are new to Mikrotik, I think this is very good to learn Mikrotik CLI. Okay, because when you dump configuration with the partial backup like this using export command, you know what are the commands to configure the Mikrotik. For example, command to configure IP address, command to configure routing, etc., etc. Right, so okay, the next, if you're interested, just come to our training. So next week there will be a workshop for Mikrotik in Jakarta. 2 days, just Mikrotik workshop. If you're interested, you can come. Okay, so our topic is arranged in systematic and logical way, and so you'll not only learn the materials but also sharing experiences, best practice, and networking. Thank you very much for your attention. Submit your feedback here, like our Facebook, yeah, GLC Networks. Slide will be available on SlideShare. Okay, just search our name there, GLC Networks, and then recording will be available on YouTube, and then stay tuned with our schedule. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. If you have any questions, Well, if there is no questions, I think it is crystal clear about the features, about the feature of backup and restore. So the thing is, there are two facilities for backup. First, you can do a binary backup, or you can do a partial backup or a plain text backup. Because it's plain text, of course, some of the credentials like username and password cannot be exported, yeah, because it's not good for security. Yeah, so if you want to have a more secure and stable backup, you can use this binary backup. Okay, so I think that's all. Thank you very much for coming. See you in the next webinar.